In this video I want to talk about the 8 mistakes you should not do when you start playing Etheria Restart. Don't forget to subscribe. Hello guys and welcome to more video. My name is Will, we are playing Etheria Restart and I want to talk about some mistakes you need to avoid. When you start playing this game, it's very important that you pay attention to your resources and where you spend them. And these things are very important. So the first thing I want to talk about is summon and summoning banners. Alright, so when you start playing this, you will find several banners. Alright, and you have the limited ones. Keep in mind, the limited ones just means these banners will finish eventually, but does not mean that the character is limited. Alright, these characters, when this finish, they will go to the permanent banner. As you guys can see, Freya and Messiah are on the permanent banner already. So the first thing is, don't summon on the selected banner on the first week. Alright? Do your summons on the permanent banner firstly and save the selected banner for later. And this is because the first week, the early game, it's pretty easy, it's very free to play, and you can do all the early game with all the characters that the game already provides to you. Alright? And while you're doing this, you will be doing summons, you gather some resources, you get some of these anima prototypes, you can do some more summons on permanent summon, and when you have already some heroes to create a good team synergy, it's time to go to the selected banner and get the hero or the character that you are missing that is very important to you, alright? That will be the right time to use the selected banner. And the other thing is, don't summon on the limited banner at the beginning. It's the same thing. When you start playing Etheria Restart, do your summons only on the permanent banner, alright? Because on this banner, besides having all of the other SSRs, you also have the lightning and dark characters. So it means you can possibly summon Messiah or Freya. And this means if you summon first on the limited banner and you get Freya or Messiah, then you going to summon on the permanent banner. If you get Freya or Messiah, it means that you'll get a dupe. Alright, so it means you spend around 100 summons on these banners for nothing. It's not for nothing, you still get a dupe, but especially at the beginning, having more characters gives you more choices and is more important than having a dupe. Alright, and the other thing, the last thing about the summoning banners is that if you check the rules here, the PT for these ones is 80 summons. Alright, on the limited banners is 100. Alright, 100 summons. So it means you can do more summons on the permanent banner than on the limited one. So my advice, overall, it doesn't matter if you are a budget player, free to play, while permanent summoning banner firstly, alright, and then do your story, all the campaign, all the stuff. After 1 week to 2 weeks will be the right time when you already have like 4 really great heroes. It's the time to go to the selected banner and get what you really need and what you're really missing. And that way you are sure to get the better synergy and the better composition you can have. And this leads to what heroes you should upgrade and level up. Alright, so on this game you have several types of rarity. You have the SSR, you have the SR, and then you have the R units, okay? And the difference between all of them is that SSR are much more harder to level up. You need materials that are more difficult to find, and these ones will take longer to level up. So because of this, especially at the beginning, that is, we are just starting this game and we don't have much resources, focus just in 2 SSRs, at least just 2 SSRs. 3 will probably be too much, so focus on 2 SSRs and then focus on SRs, okay, and Rs as well, if you have a really good one that will complement your team. But just 2 SSRs at the beginning of the game until you have 5 heroes that are maximized and fully leveled up, alright? Because it's better to have 2 SSRs fully leveled up with the powers at skill level 3 or level 5, rather than having 4 SSRs and not having these maximized, alright? Will be much better and you will have a much stronger 5 characters, alright? This is very important. And the next thing, of course, you can go to the shop and buy a lot of stuff, especially if you are a while. You can speed up your progress and level up much faster, alright? And then on the shop, these things here are a bait, alright? Don't spend your crystals on these things. I know it's 800, and if you really want to summon, if you are a while, you can just buy this. It doesn't matter for you, but you are a free-to-player, especially if you are a free-to-player, don't spend on these, especially at the beginning. The more important thing is to farm, alright? So you want to save your Hydro Crystal to buy more tickets, more of these, alright? These ones, alright? This will be the most important thing, to spend on your energy, farm more, because the more you farm, the higher the level you can reach. You can do more story, you can reach the end game content. This will be much more important, alright? Farming is really important at the start of this game, alright? And since we are here, the other thing that is very important is this, alright? Don't spend these ones. While you're starting playing this game, just spend on the Hydro Crystal. Use the Hydro Crystal to get more energy, okay? More stamina. Save these ones, because eventually we will have this event here, the Blessings Galore, and this one will give you double rewards. Will be the best time to use these items here, because this event will give you double rewards, alright? Will give you double XP, double material, and double drops, alright? Model drops. And it's just not the model drops, I've done a video about this. It gives you double everything. Double Etheria coins, double Hydro Crystal, double Shadow Prints. It gives you double everything, so it's really worth it to use your energy, your stamina, all on this event. Will be really, really good. And I was talking about not leveling up all of more than 2 SSRs, because especially these things here, the perfect lattice, are very hard to find, and while you're doing as a free-to-play, you get like 1 per week or 2 per week, so, and you need a lot of them. You need 2, 3, 4 just to level up one of the skills at max level, alright? So you need to be careful with this. Then talking about gear. So, I know I have everything at level 15, but this is something you should not do, alright? We don't have much Etheria coins, especially at the beginning, before the event. After the event you'll have a lot of Etheria coins because you get double drops. But while you're just starting this game, don't level up all of them to level 50, especially these ones. Only when you get the last upgrades, the Onslaught, these ones you can start leveling up to 15, but don't level up the epic ones or the unique ones, the outstanding, yeah, these ones you can level up, but these ones, epic and unique, level up maximum level 9, probably 12 if you want to push content, but not more than 12. That will just be useless, and you will be using Etheria coins that are very, very important to you. And the other tip regarding the gear, if you guys check these ones, these level ones, for example, this one has 2 stats already. Let's check. So for example, this one has 1 stat. So the ones with 1 stat, don't spend resources on those, alright? It's not worth it, because it means when we keep these, it will only unlock the next substats after leveling it up. So if you're not leveling it up to 15, you will never unlock all the substats. So try to level up only the ones, at least with 3 substats. 3 substats will be really good. Ideally, you want 4 substats, because it means when we keep that item, you are already benefiting from 4 substats, alright? But or 3 substats will be really good, and at least you know what substats you have, and when you're leveling it up, so on these ones, when you only have 1, when you level it up, we'll just unlock the next substat. On this one, it will unlock the next substat or increase one of these substats. And that's what we want. We want to increase those substats as much as possible, alright? So having a piece of gear with 4 substats will be the ideal situation, and that one you really want to invest and reach level 15, ideally an outstanding item. Then again, talking about materials and stuff you need to upgrade is the shells. Shells are really important as well. They can provide you more speed, and speed is the most important thing in this game. And with these passive effects, you can get more speed, alright? I will unlock eventually 3 passives, and one of them can give me speed, alright? And the thing about these passives is that you can reroll these passives, alright? So you can go here, press reconfigure, and get a new passive. But the thing is, don't spend too much on this. Make sure to have a good shell, and then don't keep rerolling on this. Try to get a good speed amount, between 16 to 20 ideally is the biggest one. Ideally you want 19, alright, or 20 is the ideal situation, but don't keep using this because eventually you will spend all of it, and it's really important for your game to end game to reconfigure all of this again and get the best passives for your characters. So these are the important things I have to talk about and things you should not do, alright? All of this is very important. You need to farm a lot on this game. Farming on this game is the most important thing. Initially, you really want to do some summons, get some heroes, get the best team you can find, and then eventually when you have your top 5, the 5 heroes you want to progress all the storyline and reach the end game, then you want to invest on these 5 heroes and make sure to use the resources on the right place, alright? Because if you are using resources too much, this game will punish you a lot, alright? It's really good, it's really important to do a good management about resources and use them on the right time, on the right place. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Comment below if there's other tips I missed. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave that like and subscribe to follow more content about Etheria Restart. See you in the next video.